Hello everybody, JJ's Needful Things here with a review. We're back, sorry for the delay, but we have Hot Toys Shuri from Wakanda Forever. Now, I really like this box because they're using artwork on the front as opposed to a picture of the figure, unless they photoshopped it in a way to make it look like artwork, but I like that approach better. I just think it's much cooler. I don't need a picture of the figure, I can take my own pictures. And they put this little foil coating on the front, which gives it a reflective aspect to the suit, which I think is really cool. Here we get a good look of the figure from head to toe, and it's a tiny figure, which makes sense because Shuri's pretty tiny, but it's really awesome. I really like the aspects to the suit, which is hard to see here. I'll show you in the future part of the video. But the little pieces, the gold accents, and then the little gold dots on the suit, and silver dots, all of these are raised on the suit, which I think is really nice and really adds depth to the actual suit itself. And I'm just going to keep saying really because it really does. But it's great and I really like the look of it. Here's the head sculpt of Shuri herself, and I was blown away by this. Not only does it look just like her, but captures the look in her eyes. You can even see all the pores in her skin, and the hair is perfect. I love how the ponytail in the back is integrated, because sometimes the ones where you can plug it in, it can kind of just like pop off over time, like wear down. But every part of this head sculpt, from profile shot to front shot, the back of her head, the shape of her head, everything is perfect. It looks so much better in the stock photos they showed us when they first said they were going to make this figure. Now here is the actual Black Panther head sculpt, which I really have zero complaints. Looks the way it should look. It has good depth with all the gold and silver accents. They're slightly raised on the head sculpt, which gives it a little bit of dimension. And it really fits the size of the body. It doesn't look weird or awkward in any way. I would venture to say that this combination of head sculpts is in probably the top 10 that I've ever received from Hot Toys, only because the human head sculpt of Shuri is perfect, and this does exactly what it needs to do. Hot Toys is using new connectors, which doesn't affect this figure, but it makes it hard for future figures where you want to interchange head sculpts. Just keep that in mind.
What's in the box?
So in the box, you're going to get 2 vibranium gauntlets, and then you're going to get basically the same thing, but they connect to, you could have them sitting on the wrist or sitting on the forearms of the figure. I don't like either of them. I'm not going to use them, to be honest with you. And then you're going to get the staff, which has kind of a pike on the one end, and then on the other end you get a long blade. Then you're going to get 2 fists, 2 cat-like row hands, 1 hand that holds the staff, and then 2 vibranium fists, which I think look better than the connected vibranium gauntlets that I just showed you. And then you're going to get a hexagonal stance, pretty typical for Hot Toys. It's nice artwork, no complaints really in the size or the design. I think it works. And it comes with the typical Hot Toys crotch grabber. I friggin' love this suit. I think it looks awesome. I love the gold accents. I'm also obsessed with gold stuff. Except for jewelry. Gold accents, silver accents, all those are raised on it, as I mentioned before. And then the textured material of the Black Panther suit itself just has a really nice feel to it. And this figure sits really well next to Black Panther himself and also Killmonger. It's a good combination for all 3. And then you get this beautiful head sculpt. I mean, what else can I say? It looks just like her. It blew my mind. And you have the moving eyeballs too. This is how I set up mine, was with the eyes looking to the left and her holding the helmet. I just find it, I'm hard-pressed not to use the Shuri head sculpts, even though the Black Panther one's awesome, but it just looks so damn good. So these vibranium gauntlets are pretty terrible. They don't even look like panthers, they kind of look like catfish. And I don't know, I just think they're really ugly. I think it takes away from the figure, plus they're really tight on the forearms. They pop off the fists a lot, and I'm worried that it'll cause some permanent damage to the actual suit, so I'm not ever using these. And here are the smaller ones that you could put on Shuri. They look a little bit better, but I still think they look stupid. They didn't look as bad in the movie, it just looks really dumb on the figure. I prefer the little cat hands, I think that looks the best. And then another quality control issue with this, just like my Mace Windu saber, straight out of the box, the thing popped apart and I had to glue it again.
Why?
So what do you think about Shuri?
I wasn't sure we were rolling it.
My bad.
Okay, I dropped her helmet. She's so tiny.
She's very tiny.
Which is adorable.
Which actually, well, sorry for the weird camera movement, everybody. This is a good scale per comparison.
Yeah.
He does have an extra half an inch with the
True. So she was on
the stand, yeah. I mean, she's still like 2 inches shorter than him.
Yeah, I mean, but that's like how it is in the movie.
Yeah, no, it's totally true. Yeah, true. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, having like a little tiny child figure.
Right? No, it's funny. I'm like, how did they do this? Like, how did they? I don't know. I guess they'd probably just have smaller models. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, the face sculpt looks incredible. It's a really cool figure. I like the I like the claws.
Yeah.
Like, I like the textures on it. Like, the hair looks really good.
I love all the Black Panther claws. They're so cool looking.
Right? Very murderous.
Yeah, very.
Imagine the back scratches.
Yeah, I think about it all the time.
Like a 6?
A 6? Okay.
Yeah.
So a 6, you usually deduct 2 points because it's a 1/6 scale figure. So this is like an actual 8, which is close to the score I'm giving it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's not how much I like it. Obviously, it's an amazing figure. It's can it go in the living room?
Right.
Yeah. Maybe for a little while. No, I mean if I had gloves like
if you had them in real life. Yeah.
It's like those girls with like the claw acrylics.
Well, you might have to if you wipe your butt or something like that. But outside of that, I think you could probably use them. They'd probably actually come in handy more often than not. Like eating, you wouldn't need utensils anymore.
Trust falls. Trust falls.
Only 6 and above get trust falls.
Aw.
The other ones just clank their heads on the table. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for the score.
No problem, honey.
Woo! Okay, so let's start with the good. The good is the suit looks awesome. It really has a nice feel. And she's pretty flexible. Just be careful keeping her in the same pose for a long time because she kind of suffers from the same thing Spider-Man figures do, where you can get permanent wrinkles or issues with the suit. Maybe tearing or something like that. I'm worried the accents could start popping off because I don't know how well placed they are on the suit. The other thing that I really like is the head sculpt. Look at that. I mean, it is museum quality. You're going to open up the box and be like, what the hell? It looks just like her. It's mind-blowing. And sometimes footage doesn't even do it justice. Once you get it on the shelf, it's crazy. And I love the Black Panther head sculpt as well. It's perfect. It's exactly what you'd want it to be. On the negative side, I'm sick of the quality control issues with Hot Toys. My lightsaber fell apart recently, and her sword or staff fell apart, and it's just like this keeps happening. It probably happens to me like quarter of the time, and it's kind of frustrating. But that's not a knock against this figure. I'm not going to change the score. I also hate those vibranium gauntlets. I think they are trash. They look so stupid. I wish they gave us something else. I'm not sure. I'd have to think about it, but I'd rather nothing than actually getting those because it's just frustrating. What's my final score? 9.0 shards of vibranium out of 10.